God! 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 I hope you fall on that baby's head, you stupid never threaten that bitch.
Things are about to get insane because we're back at it again with these insane freakouts in court. What's happening, you guys? I'm Rondell Jackson. Welcome back to another Most Amazing Top 10. I really hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and if you guys are, make sure you guys smash the like button on this video. Let's see if we can get it to 10,000 likes. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys also hit the subscribe button. We are on the road to 5 million subscribers, which is absolutely insane. And right now, we've actually increased video production to 3 videos a day, because why not? Alright, let's not waste any time here. Let's get right into what you guys clicked for, which is for the freakouts. So this right here is the top 10 insane courtroom freakouts after sentencing part 2. And if you guys missed part 1, make sure you guys click right over here and get caught up and then come back over here. Alright, so starting us off on this list, in at number 10, we have a guy who had to be dragged out of a courtroom because he feels like he can't be ordered to stand up. Apparently it's his right to be seated whenever he wants to. And right now he wants to. That was Alan Miller McCarty, and he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. As soon as he was sentenced, he started to freak out. Watch this.
Unborn child of the prosecutor directly in an open
What a
court.
bunch of guys, you stupid piece of
Then also
You threatened my life, you
in the
you
Well, that guy had choice words for the judge. Judge was only doing his job. It seemed like the convict didn't even have a lawyer present. McCarty is from Florida, and he was originally in court because of a child custody case, and he was threatening the prosecutor's unborn child. Well, McCarty ended up getting 20 years in prison for threatening to kill the judge. That has to be the dumbest move ever. Why would you threaten the guy that has your life in his hand?
No, I'm not standing up.
Not resisting.
I'm not resisting, I'm just not
Stand
standing.
up.
I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
Number 9, we have a man who actually wanted to stand up, and he's pretty adamant about it. Watch.
I have a right to stand. I have a right to stand in court. I have a right to stand in court. No, they don't want to stay when he's gone.
I'm not sure why these convicts act like babies in court. Why can't this guy just sit there and be civil? So that was 40-year-old Koharu Govan, who was found guilty of strangling 17-year-old Sharavia Thomas to death, and then he stuffed her body into 2 laundry bags and just left her out in an alleyway. So that took place in Brooklyn. This is just so sickening. I mean, what is the world sometimes? Govan might also be facing another murder that he committed back in 2005. New evidence came forth with that case, and it leads to Govan. So this guy might be in prison for a very long time, and then he could stand as long as he wants. I mean, stand up for 40 years if you want to. Moving into number 8. That was 19-year-old Rondell Jackson, who appeared in court for sentencing when he kept turning around to the family of the person he killed. The person yelling was a woman. She was freaking out saying, "I hate you." It might be a family member or a friend. And Rondell kept trying to look back at the family to smile at them. But the officers in the courtroom had to restrain him.
It all started when Jackson turned towards the Potter family, something deputies were watching for. At the sentencing today, prosecutors played this 12 News video of Jackson's February conviction.
I don't know what's wrong with this guy. He just shows no remorse at all, and he's trying to get more reactions from the family. Rondell, because of his actions and little to no remorse, he was sentenced to life in prison without the chance of parole. Well, I guess now who's smiling? Alright, number 7. I think it's always hard to come face to face with the person that murdered your family member or friend in court. Well, you're about to see a convict coming face to face with the family, and the family and the convict totally freaks out.
In the courtroom as convicted killer Akiva McRae is led back to jail.
Is this real life right now? I understand the police officer telling the family and the friends in the courtroom, to settle down, but what if you were in their shoes? I would have so much anger. I'm not sure I'd be able to just sit there quietly while the convict goes about his life. I mean, his life is behind bars, but I think instead, maybe, instead of the officers yelling at the families, they could have just, left them alone, allowed them to compose themselves, give them some time, instead of just yelling at them like they're the convicts or something. Like you're not allowed to have any emotions.
The courtroom was full of loved ones of Kenyatta Barnes.
Number 6, we have a convict who is heavily secured by police officers in the courtroom. Well, you're about to see Markeith Lloyd, who is from Florida, and he's being accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend and an Orlando police officer. Markeith Lloyd appeared in court trying to represent himself because he has no regards for the law or law enforcement. While in court, Lloyd started freaking out on the lawyers prosecuting him.
He's already been placed under oath. Everything you say is being recorded, sir. So
she should know that. She a lawyer. What's she talking for?
So here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead.
I'm not finished talking because y'all been making up shit the whole time, and then y'all make up stuff on my family, lock them up. Because my check, I work.
Lloyd was facing the death penalty, so choosing to defend yourself wasn't advised at all. And during that court hearing, he was saying that he's going to represent himself, and then I was watching other videos of another court hearing, and it was a long one. I watched it, and the judge was really telling this guy to defend yourself, get a lawyer. Eventually he did, but that's insane. Well, Lloyd is saying he didn't do it. There was a lot of guns that went off that day, and the only proof right now is shell casings that matched the same gun that shot his ex-girlfriend and the police officer, and the gun was found where he was arrested. So that is the connection right now. I'm sure they're gonna go into more DNA evidence, they're gonna go into a lot more, because this guy is facing the death penalty, and just imagine he actually didn't do it, and now this is how he's being treated in the courtroom. And the thing that he was wearing, like that bodysuit, I don't know what that is, maybe to help constrain him. Moving into number 5.
Get him out of here, man. Gotta embarrass my family. That's torturing my son. Mr. Story told me, man. That's torturing my son, man. I got 2 sons, man.
If that guy was my cellmate, I would comply with everything that he said. I mean, that guy is huge, and that's an understatement. So that was a man from Miami, Florida, who was present during a mental health hearing when he noticed television cameras everywhere, and he had a problem with that, so he freaked out.
Son, man. Get him out of here, man. All right, cameraman. All right. Uncle Rubio, West Miami, right? Right, that's right, baby.
Let me read you guys some of the comments on this video. Damn, food stamps have been good to this King Kong. I would hate to be in a cell with that guy. Fat Albert looks better in red, not orange. He wants a Snickers. Number 4. It's confusing to what happened, so let me explain. That took place in a Hamilton County courtroom. The jury just found Roderick Bates and Emmett Jones, the man you just saw, while Roderick kept saying this is BS. Once the verdict came in, and the police officer instantly took out his taser just in case.
Bates reacted immediately to the verdict.
This some bull, this some bull, man. This some bull, y'all know this some bull, man.
After the conviction, supporters of the 2 men on trial were freaking out. They couldn't believe that they were charged with the murder.
Supporters of the 2 men convicted barely able to hold themselves up.
Alright, number 3.
You have 42 days to appeal. You are remanded to the custody of the Department of Corrections for service of this sentence. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Is this real life right now? Did the convict just go after the judge? I'm pretty sure that's the last person you're gonna want to go after. I mean, yes, they are the ones that just sentenced you, but you were the one that did the crime, so if you're willing to do the crime, yeah, you guys know the rest. Now this judge can just add more time. I mean, maybe his life felt threatened. That would be serious time to have served if you're convicted of threatening a judge. And then he wasn't complying with the police officers. Watch this. Number 2.
Yes, you are.
Let me go. I got kids and responsibilities. Y'all, let me go. Let me go.
Okay, whoa, did that woman just take flight? I think this woman just trying to fly away from all of her problems. She was just like fluttering like
Let me go. Let me go.
The woman was on trial to determine her mental state, and you know what, I think it's safe to say, and I'm no expert or anything, but to my conclusion, I've concluded that she's mentally not fit.
Dr. Joseph White said that I was bipolar. Dr. Susan said that I was competent to stand trial. And Dr. Bradley doesn't like me.
I like how the last doctor didn't give a diagnosis according to her. They just didn't like her. And then there was one doctor that said that she might be bipolar. I think that is the correct assessment. Finally, at number 1, we have a convict who was so dangerous he had to be restrained going into the courtroom. He was tied to a wheelchair and had to wear a spit guard over his head, and there was literally the SWAT team surrounding this guy at all times. You guys won't believe your eyes. I didn't know a man who was tied to a wheelchair like pretty good that he is still so dangerous that you need a SWAT team present in court, and they even have their tactical masks on and their shields. And on top of that, because the SWAT team wasn't enough, you can see so many police officers in the courtroom as well. I mean, who is this man?
In court for a pre-sentence hearing, threatened the judge, threatened the prosecutors, and because of previous behavior, he to be sentenced today via video conference.
So that was Sean Ricker, and this is what he looks like underneath all of that. Kind of looks like a normal guy, but he's threatened everyone and anyone. Ricker is unlikely to ever see freedom again because he was sentenced to 200 years behind bars. I mean, I have to say it right now. Is this real life right now? His crime sheet is quite long, but just to name a few things, I think he was convicted of like 16 crimes. He was charged for first-degree sexual assault of a child, physical abuse of a child, and reckless endangerment. Because of his violent nature, he was sentenced to maximum security, and I bet he's gonna find himself in solitary confinement. Because if he came to court like that, there's no way they're gonna think he's safe with other inmates. Well, there you guys have it. You made it to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video.